second underrated. She wanted to be back in the forever. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's a senior picture. Yeah. You're double or shot.
Well, surprise. We are back underway here at Jubilee. We just had our first pitch, and that first pitch ended up being a batter hit by a pitch. Welcome back to the ballpark. We are here at Jubilee. Game 2 of 2 tonight between the Regina White Sox and the hometown Parkland Expos. First one that these Expos would like to forget, a 15-5 defeat at the hands of these White Sox. That one a dribbler. A choice was made, and that one ends up dribbling right through. Runners at the corners now.
Curiosity with the bunt single. Now batting first base, number 5, Jake Dearly.
All right, we are back with Parkland Valley Sports Network action. My name is Brady Lang. I will be your broadcaster this evening, as I have been the rest of the evening. This is game 2 under the lights. It's a doubleheader. That one swung on, fouled back. Up on the mound for the Expos, Nate Wandy. Wandy, the DH in the first game today. And a base runner hurt there. The throw was not in time. And an early 1-0 lead for the Regina White Sox. That one swung on and fouled back. Today's first inning sponsor is the Boys and Girls Club of Yorkton. Beelang Media and the PVSN recently partnered to give the BGC a helping hand this broadcast season. All sponsorship of the first innings on the PVSN this summer will include the BGC. They are looking for Yorkton to rally around them during their time of need, and this sponsorship also given free of charge. For more information on BGC's financial need, head to the social media channels. BGC's summer programs and services support over 120 children and youth with opportunities that focus on health and wellness, physical activity, nutrition, education, recreation, sports, and so much more. BGC provides a safe place for kids to reach their greatest potential. Donations can be made by cash, check, or e transfers sent to Lorraine at bgcyorkton.ca. BGC Yorkton, opportunity changes everything. Now let's get back to the action on the diamond. One a called strike. Batter unimpressed with that one.
10 Eaton bunt.
We now have one gone on that strikeout. It's still 1-0 for the White Sox. That one watched, going for a ball. Wandy with the delivery. That one's high and outside. 2-0 now the count is. One run already coming in to score for the visiting White Sox. They are 3-0 early on this season, a 3-game win streak to kick things off. This their first appearance outside of the Queen City. They are made their way to the Crush City today. Again, this late night doubleheader on a Wednesday night. Things are getting darker out there. The lights are on. The action underway. That one's outside, and that'll draw a walk, a 4-pitch walk.
Johnson draws the walk. Now batting right fielder number 13, Maddox Herman.
Of course, PVSN will be here all the way this year with the Parkland Expos, broadcasting a total of 21 games, both home and away for the Expos, keeping you all closer to the action right from the get-go here. The Expos 3-4 after this evening's loss in the first game. Mound visit now. We'll take a quick pause. You're watching Parkland Valley Sports. My name is Brady Lang. All right. We're back underway. It's the first inning. This first inning brought to you by BGC Yorkton. Wandy on the mound. He delivers. That one swung on up high, going foul. Count now sitting at 1-1. One gone in the top of the first here. My name is Brady Lang. Thank you again for watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network. That one a big hack. It's 1-2. Wandy so far. 1/3 innings pitched. A hit given up. A run surrendered. That one earned. A walk and a strikeout. One's all over the board. One is there. Two, not enough. Not in time. The Expos will get the lead runner.
City out at third for the second out of the inning. Bring up the DH number 22, Cole Laidlaw.
Two is gone now. Runners on first and on second. The delivery. That one taken for a strike. Kicking off this at bat. All right. After another brief visit at the mound, we're back underway. Wandy on the bump for second of two tonight. Now that was a pitch that not sure what more he needed to do for that one, but called ball. That one swung on in a drive. Nearly missing two parked vehicles in the parking lot. Runners still on first and second. One ball, two strikes, two outs. Top of one. That one's just outside. Of course, following tonight's action, you can go to PVSN's social media channels roughly around an hour after this one wraps up to see our wrap up. PVSN wrap up goes every game day, giving you a closer look at the events that just played out. The delivery, that one swung on, unable to be squeezed by Cleveland. We will go to the bottom of the first inning.
Top of the first, the Red Sox scored 1 run on 1 hit, no angles, and 2 left on. After half an inning, it's the Regina White Sox 1, Parkland Expos 0.
All right, we are going to take a quick break. You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. I'm Brady Lang, and you're watching the PVSN. Owen Murray will kick things off for the Expos on offense for this second of two games tonight. We are going to get to know Cohen a little bit better later on in this one after the third inning. He is our guest on Dugout Talk. We chat about everything from walk-up songs to who's the funniest player on the team. And he also reveals his hidden talent. All that coming up after the end of the third inning. There's the pitch. That one swung on. Waving at that one. 1-1. Swing and a miss puts us at 1-2. That one is put into play. The Expos have their first hit of this second game. It's Cohen Murray aboard with a single.
Now batting the right fielder, 79, Yon.
Caleb Yount up to bat next. The batting order. Murray leading things off. Yount, Bradford, Cluse, Krieger, Bill O'Crelly, Cleland, Cusance, and Allen. Wandy's on the mound. Wandy was the DH in game one, saving the arm. That one swung on and hit. No vehicles harmed yet again. We're back underway. Yount at the dish. Murray on first. That one swung on, hit deep, but fielder is there. One away.
Yon pointing to the length for the first one. Playing the first field with 42, and
Bradford up to bat. He's got a runner on first. One away. Swung on and missed for the first pitch. Down early, 0-1.
it's like a running goal for 4-3. Yeah. Rather than Toronto able to see me.
First inning action here at Jubilee. First inning, as always, brought to you by BGC Yorkton. Email Lorraine at BGC Yorkton to help them out. Looking for donations right now, really needing the community to rally behind them. Their initial post on social media, just like the community rallied around the Terriers, they're in need now. Bottom of the first here. Still one gone. We'll hear from our sponsors after the end of this first inning and be back with you for the second. Some things to watch and wait for along this broadcast. Of course, we have Dugout Talk, chatting with Cohen Murray. More community sponsorships to chat about. And a special announcement. Chat about that in the fifth inning today. It is going to debut our next project with Parkland Valley Sports Network. We're going to stay at the Diamond. There's your one hint. But our next broadcast will not be Parkland Expos action. And just for fun, if you really just want to have fun, you can guess what it's going to be that I'm going to announce in the fifth inning in the comments. Best Answer gets a crisp high five next time I see them. That one through for Bradford. Two are aboard. Just one away so far here in the bottom of the first inning.
Right field. Now batting with the dealer, 20, Michael Coon.
Michael Clues working his way to the dish. Today's DH. I was speaking with Clues, and I'm just gonna blow it. I'll play spoiler here. I asked him yesterday what his plans were for after he graduates. Clues told me he plans, if CN doesn't work out, maybe post secondary. The Melville boy in at the dish now. That one swung on and foul. Clues also a very strong vote for many of the players when I asked them what their favorite walk-up song was this year. You're going to have to come to a game to figure it out, though, here at Jubilee. When it comes to our next broadcast with the Parkland Expos, it's another doubleheader. The East Central Red Sox will be coming to town on June 7th for a pair of games. That one getting underway at noon. That ball put on the ground, and it's through. Bases are now loaded.
Infield single for Coon. Bring back the center fielder, 24, Deacon Krieger.
Deacon Krieger, the guest on the debut episode of Dugout Talk, comes out to the plate. He's got an opportunity, and we all know that Deacon loves hitting triples. He's got the bases loaded here, one gone. Outfield is in, so we'll see what happens. That one grounded, bobbled to first. That one was a called out. We'll have to look at the replay. Maybe someone at home wants to jump it back a few.
RBI ground out to the second base for the second half of the inning. Now batting Ghostman Ray Tyler.
We have two gone now. Kyler Billocrelli up at the dish. He has the golden opportunity now. One run did come in and score. We also have a tie ball game. Billocrelli taking a look. He's got men on third base and on second base. Score bug now updated. All tied up here at Jubilee. Billocrelli waits. That one's too low and dribbles back, but no play. Bradford stays on third.
1-1. Swinging strike and a call.
Cheers from the dugout. The pitch. That one, a ball. 2-1. The pitch just outside. A good eye by Bill O'Crelly there. 3-1. Two gone. He's got two aboard. One run already in. There's Bradford on third. Swung on and a drive. That one's high. Behind the lights. Tough one to track down there for the first baseman. The count now full.
Yeah.
And the payoff. High and outside, ball four. The bases back loaded. Theo Cleland will come up to the dish now. Here we go. Theo Cleland now at the plate. He has a glorious opportunity in front of him. Bases are loaded. This game is tied. We're only in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch swung on and missed. Cleland wanted that one. That one right to the back of Theo Cleland. He throws that bat, and in comes a run. The Expos now up 2-1. Caden Cusance coming up to bat next, but a mound visit by the White Sox. Again, we'll have a word from our sponsors at the end of this inning. And then we'll be right back with the second inning action right here from Jubilee. The pitch. That one's high. The Expos into it on the dugout. What you want to see if you're a coach? Dugout was a little bit quieter last game. 15-5 defeat by these White Sox. White Sox improved to 3-0. That one nearly hitting Cusance. Got his way out of the way. Got his way out of the way. That's barely English, but we're still here. We are right now into our third hour of coverage here. Two gone in the bottom of the first. Bases are loaded. Cusance up to the dish. That one fouled back. Two one for the Expos. There's the delivery. That one swung on. Also fouled back. Count is at 2-2. Twos all around. Again, first inning, sponsored by Boys and Girls Club of Yorkton.
Oh,
That one, a called strike three, ending the inning.
he hit. Look over the first, once it was scorched. Three hit, then low it, three left on. After one complete, it's the Parkland Expos two, Regina White Sox one. Okay, within 30. Yep. The pitch count for Poulin is 3.
You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by The Flats Eatery and Drink. It's all that at The Flats, 275 Broadway Street, East Yorkton, 306-782-8822. I'm Brady Lang, and you're watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network.
Sox in the top of the second. It's the third baseman, number 31, Jack Casper.
Jack Casper leads us off in the top of the second. It's 2-1 for your hometown Parkland Expos over the Regina White Sox. This is second of two games tonight. Wandy with the delivery. That one fouled back. Almost ending up in the mini donuts truck. That would be one way to get a souvenir. Wandy with the pitch. That one's high and outside. Nate getting a shout out from Doug Hanley on YouTube. Doug watching from Melville says, sit him down, Nate. That one swung on, fouled back. As we continue through the night, clearly it's going to get darker and darker as we do this under the lights thing. Top of the second. In this matchup, game times at just hitting 35 minutes. We're in for a late one here in Yorkton,
Oh,
but PVSN will be here with you all along the way. Pitch. Ooh, Casper gets out of the way of that one. Doesn't matter. Ends up with the walk. The White Sox have one aboard.
Jack Albert.
Jack Albert, the second baseman today, Comes up to the dish for the first time.
Correct.
And the pitch. Runner goes. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Almost got it up here. Close, but no cigar. We all live to see another day. Short fence here at Jubilee. Got to stay alert at all times. Wandy steps off, goes to first. Batter safe. None away this half. One strike on the board. Wandy goes back to first. Safe. That one in there for a called strike. Albert now down 0-2. That one swung on in a drive deep into center field. Caught. Nice play out there. Krieger in center field again for this one. Jake Marshall up next. That one back to first. Runner is safe. That one put on the ground. It could be two. One is there. Two is late. That one ends up hitting the batter on his way past. A little bit of confusion on the base pass out there. It will be 2 outs.
Counts over on the play at second. Brings up the center fielder, number 2, Liam Nicholson.
Liam Nicholson now up to bat. There's the pitch, kind of spins away from Cleveland behind the plate. No harm done. It's 2-1 for the Expos. Runner on first. That one puts the count at 2-1. Again, thank you for joining us for some Parkland Expos action. That one just sneaks out of the way, counts at 3-1. This season's moved fast. We're already on to our 5th broadcast of this season. doing a total of 21 this year. That one swung on and missed. Back to first. No tag applied. We'll be here, there, and everywhere this season. Lots here at Jubilee. Walk is taken.
Nicholson draws the walk.
And all across Saskatchewan. And even a little bit into Manitoba. We'll have more details soon on that. Keep tuning into the broadcast all the way to the 5th inning tonight, and we'll have that announcement. Runners now on first and second after that walk. That one looked good, and it will be a first pitch strike. Batter, not necessarily happy with that one. Top of 2 here, 2 gone, 2 aboard, first and second. That one, he wanted it. Should have swung at it because it's a strike. Very quickly down 0-2. Pitch. That one gets away from Cleland. Runner advances. Cleland doesn't bite. Hold on to that one. Count now at 1-2. That one nearly hitting the batter. 2-2.
Yeah.
Familiar sound in Yorkton. Train whistles. It's not the train in the skyline. The batter thinking that he had a walk. Count now full, 3-2. Taking his third ball of the at bat. Last pitch. Swung on in a drive. That one's veering foul. Ah, I stand corrected. It is the Skyline train rolling across the screen there. Here at Jubilee Park. Batters right now, or runners right now on third and second. Count is full. Delivery. Swung on in a drive. That's high. That's going to be gone. Foul. Kids are busy out there. Someone get that kid a candy. That was a lot of yardage to go for a ball. It's the top of the second here in Yorkton, Parkland Expos baseball. This is the PVSN. I'm Brady Lang. Each and every game for the Parkland Expos this season will be brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. Thank you to the Flats for helping us out as we kick things off. Love the extreme bacon burger. That one's my favorite. Great fries, great gravy. What more could you ask for? It's 2-1 for your Parkland Expos. That one swung on up in the air. Catchable, playable. Ooh. Bradford and Cleveland nearly colliding.
I pictured the thought alone. Yeah.
Top of the second here. This one getting underway just before 9 o'clock. We are now sitting at minute 47 as my clock continues to go up. Almost at 4 hours worth of action. Wandy loses that battle, and batter makes his way down to first base, loading the bases. Jacob Vierling up next. Vierling's second trip to the plate. In this one, at least. So far on the day, a strikeout. Wandy hopes to replicate that one. Hit. That one's high. Whew. I think everyone here was waiting for it to hit the roof. Got a little quiet, but no one got hurt yet again. Top of the second, 2 gone. That one, a good block by Cleveland. Staying in front of it. All right, the delivery. That's a strike. Count now sitting at 1-2. Wandy ahead. Oh, that one takes a really bad bounce over top of Cleveland. Swinging third pitch strike. And the Expos have tied things up.
Well, there's just an option for it under you thing. There's no RBI, obviously. I guess. Yeah, that's the one.
The pitch. That one will be left outside for a ball. Score now 2-2. Runs in both innings so far for the White Sox. Runs in the only inning on the bats for the Expos. That one high and outside. Wandy in a little bit of trouble here. Runners on each base surrounding him. The pitch. That one's low. Looked like it hit the home plate umpire, wincing in pain. You always know when someone gets hit with a baseball. There's just kind of a look that you give to the person that threw the baseball. And that's the look I got from home plate umpire. As we continue on in this top of the second, nearing an hour into this one. Ball four is taken.
Swanson draws the walk, credited with an RBI as well. Now batting right fielder, number 15, Maddox Sturman.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. That one's outside. Runners still at each base.
Yeah, they don't have a hit at all. Or 2 runs. Yeah. Oh,
That one just outside. Count now at 2-1. Swung on, and that one is hit up very high to the right of us. Sound like little seagulls out there. Mine, mine. 3-2 still for the White Sox over these Expos. Lots of scoring so far. Pitch. That one swung on and will be put into play. It'll find a big hole out there. 2 runners come across on that stand-up double. It's 5-2.
RBI double for Herman. Brings up the DH number 22, Cole Laidlaw.
All right, runners on third and on second. 2 away. Some sirens in the distance. The delivery. That one gets away a little bit from Cleveland, but he keeps it in front of him. What you need to do if you're a catcher. Looking across the skyline, we are definitely running out of daylight here. There's the pitch. Swung on. lifted up. That one goes foul. Count is at 1-2. Swung on in a drive. That one's going foul as well. Ha! I'll say something. Good thing the police car just left. Because the police vehicle that was here, liaising, of course, nothing crazy going on in the stands, would have taken it. Would have been a rough one for that constable. It's been a long inning. If those out there haven't noticed, it is currently 5-2 for the White Sox. 4 runs scored this top half inning. Another flying out there. That one nearly ended up on Tupper. That one a called ball. Still 2 gone. Count is at 1-2. Runners right now on second and third. That one also left there. Full count. Your pitch. Strike 3. We are through the top of the second here at Jubilee. You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. It's all that at the Flats, 275 Broadway Street, East Yorkton, 306-782-8822. I'm Brady Lang. You're watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network. We are back here, underway for the bottom half of the second inning. For the Expo's sake, let's hope the top half is just as long as the bottom half. 5-2 for the Regina White Sox now. We just passed our first hour of broadcast here in the second game of two. This doubleheader set under the lights at Jubilee. Beautiful night for baseball, barely any wind, and no rain. That one's outside. Evening the count up at 2-2. Griffin Allen up to bat for your Expos. This is his first at bat of the second game. Swung on and a strikeout there. That's the first out of this inning. Bowen Murray now at the dish. We'll learn more about him soon. Our guest on Dugout Talk today. That one taken for the first strike of the at bat. Bottom two, one gone. 5-2 is your score. That one looked low, but called a strike. 1-2. Again, thank you to the Flats Eatery and Drink for being our title sponsor for Parkland Expos baseball here in 2025. This is our fifth game broadcasting here at the PVSN. It's been a while, too. Last game we live streamed before we got into Expos stuff. That pitch hit to first base. Murray legs it out. He's safe. And the Expos have a runner aboard.
Brings up the right fielder, number 79, Yacht.
The last game we broadcasted here was hockey. Off the top of my head, I believe it was senior hockey out in Balcarres. Lumsden Monarchs and the Bronx. So it's been a while. Definitely snow on the ground back then. Different conditions today. That one's going back to first. Murray's in there easily. Murray goes. That one's high and deep. He might want to track back, and he'll have to. Two gone now in the bottom of the second.
Break up. Number 22.
Jackson Bradford up to bat next. All right, everything is fixed there. Two gone in this inning. One ball right now. That one swung on in a drive by Bradford. High into the air, tracking back. That was a nice catch out in center field, ending the second inning.
One hit, one left on. After two complete, Regina White Sox 5, Parkland Expos 2.
You are watching Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by The Flats Eatery and Drink. It's all that at The Flats, 275 Broadway Street, East Yorkton, 306-782-8822. I'm Brady Lang. You are watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network. Stop at three. First pitch, a swinging strike. It is 5-2 for the Regina White Sox. Nate Wandy still on the bump. He had a rough half inning last inning. 4 scored. At the same breath, Wandy's stat line looking a lot like Cusance's last game. Good pitching, not much support on defense. Wandy has 4 Ks so far. He's walked 5. He's let in 5 runs, only one of them earned. He has 2 hits given up in those 2 innings.
I don't trust you. Yes, commentator.
None gone here in the top of the third. And that one a swinging strike 3 over to first. One gone.
Catcher strikes out and thrown out at first from the catcher for the first of the inning. Now batting the second baseman for 33, Jack Albert.
We'll wait till the kids leave.
Jack Albert up to bat now. One gone in the top of the third inning. Of course, after this, you'll want to stay tuned. We'll have another dugout talk. That one coming up at the end of the third inning. After the fourth, we'll take a look at our community sponsors, say a few thank yous. And in the fifth, we have a special broadcast announcement, so you'll want to keep listening for that one. That one swung on and moved to first base. Picked up. Wandy, unable to squeeze that one. The White Sox have a man aboard.
Brings up catcher number 24, Jake Marsh.
Jake Marshall up next. One gone this inning. Runner on first. That one swung on in a drive into left field. That'll be a base hit. The White Sox have two aboard. That one a walk, another aboard. That one will get the bases loaded here in the top of the third inning.
And
That ball is gone. A grand slam. Breaking this one wide open. It's 9-2 for the Regina White Sox. It is 9-2 here at Jubilee. That one, a grand slam home run, breaking things wide open. Batter hit by a pitch there. Take his base. One runner is now on. And that will be the end of the night for Wandy. New pitcher will come in. We'll take a break. You are watching Parkland Expos Baseball on the Parkland Valley Sports Network, all brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. All right, we are back underway. It's Kyler Bill O'Crelly on the mound now. He moved over from third, first pitch. That one is going to get over the head of the second baseman. Some trouble. Runner goes to third. Good cover there by Bill O'Crelly. That one could have been even more trouble here.
Like, second on the throw. Brings up the right fielder, number 13, Maddox. In.
Nate Wandy's final line. Pitched 2 1/3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 9 runs, 4 of them earned, 6 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Like we said earlier, overall a strong outing. Had a few opportunities to get out of that second inning, including one that couldn't be squeezed behind the plate. Swinging strike 3, ended up on first. That one swung on for a first pitch strike. That's the game of baseball, though. Got to take the momentum when you have it. That one's going to be outside, 1-1. Bill O'Crelly delivers. Cleveland keeps it in front of him. Bill O'Crelly catching the first game, now finding himself on the other end of things. That one in for a strike. 2-2. Still one gone here in the top of 3. Thank you to each and every one of you for staying on the broadcast as we continue on. It's a late one. We're in the top of the third. 10:18 is the time right now. We're sitting at an hour 21 for the game time so far in the second one. Everything got underway at 6 o'clock tonight from Jubilee here. Regina making its way down Highway 10. Pitch. That one is in the dirt, and it'll go for a walk. Bases loaded again.
Walk. Now batting the DH, 22, Cole Mayflaw.
After a little bit and a lot of confusion, 1 out will be registered at home. The other 2 batters advancing 1.
Pitch on that play?
No.
Okay. Okay, no, that was our first one. Like, like we should only be at 7.
One. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the thing. Yeah.
2 out here, top of 3. Once we get past the bottom of this inning, we'll chat with Cohen Murray on the Dugout Talk segment. Our first visit with an expo was with Deacon Krieger. That one played in the first game today. That one looked real good, but was left up there. 2 balls now, no strikes. That one swung on. That'll go out of play. Foul. The Expos just not getting the calls they're hoping for. Both of these games, luck not exactly on their side. So far in this one, first inning, White Sox scored 1, then 4 in the second, 4 again here in the third. That one is a walk. Bases are loaded again.
Could you just try to cue them around? Yeah, that's right.
Bill O'Crelly. The delivery. That one outside. Casper, the DH, up to bat now for Regina. Earlier in this inning, witnessed a grand slam. Big play here for Regina. That's a far porch state of home run, too. That one, a called strike, 1-1. Casper has the bases loaded in front of him. 2 gone, top of 3. Pitch. That one left there. Quick meeting now on the mound. We'll pause. Back underway now. 2 gone, bases are loaded. 2-1 is the count. That one back to first. Pitch. That one swung on and looks like to be heading out of play. Nearly. Good movement there. Bradford, I believe.
Yeah.
Top of 3. Regina looking to go 4-0 early on this season. They're up now. The 7-run lead. There's the pitch. That one swung on, put into play. We are in the middle of the 3rd inning now.
In the top of the 3rd, the White Sox scored 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 3 left on. Heading into the bottom of the 3rd is the Regina White Sox 9, Parkland Expos 2.
17.
Okay. Pitch count for Bill Curley is 17.
You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. It's all that at the Flats, 275 Broadway Street, East Yorkton, 306-782-8822. I'm Brady Lang, and you are watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network.
Sawyer. Number 14, Sawyer Sawchuck.
Sawyer Sawchuck will get things started for us here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Expos, a high hill to climb, down 7 runs. This, the second of 2 games tonight here in Yorkton for the Expos. A late night doubleheader under the lights. Beautiful conditions out here. It's 10:30 on the clock, so again, thank you to everyone still watching with us and still tuning in to the Parkland Valley Sports Network. My name is Brady Lang. We'll be doing 21 games throughout this season for the Expos, both home and on the road. And it's been a blast so far. Hard to believe once we're done this game, we're a quarter of the way through our broadcast schedule. That one, a 3rd strike watching.
Batting center field, number 24, Deacon Krieger.
Deacon Krieger up next. We have one gone. Again, end of this half inning. We are going to head straight to the dugout and chat with Cohen Murray. One you'll want to listen to and watch, that's for sure. There's the pitch. That's a taken strike.
Yeah, I got all the sequence here. Whatever you
Bill O'Crelly in those 2/3 innings he pitched in relief. 1 hit allowed, 2 walks, no strikeouts, no runs allowed. That one's in the air, just missed by the catcher. Bottom 3, as always. Parkland Expos Baseball brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Krieger, a rough start to last game. Got hit in the back of the head by a pitch. On the first pitch he saw, then his second at bat, first pitch he saw yet again, was hit with it. We aren't sure if it ended up being a dead ball off the bat. He didn't end up taking first base, but a couple pitches later ended up singling and getting on. There's the hit. That one's in the air. Squeaks through for a base hit. Deacon Krieger's aboard.
Krieger with the single into center. Brings on the pitcher, number 8, Tyler Philip.
Bill O'Crelly is up next. He's the pitcher right now. Started the game on third, came in for relief for Wandy, like we said, 2/3 innings ago. Bill O'Crelly with 1 aboard. That one swung on, planned hit and run, but unable to get that ball into play. Make sure to follow us on social media where you can so you don't miss a broadcast, a highlight pack. That one's high in the air. Will that be over the head? Yes, it will. That's some problems. Bill O'Crelly may get all the way through. We'll see what happens. That relay in. Bill O'Crelly stopped at third. Krieger scores. It's 9-3.
Crowley. Brings up the pitcher, number 47, so Cleveland.
Theo Cleland up next at the dish.
One, yeah.
That score bug is updated. It is 9-3 now. The Expos trying to get a comeback rolling. That one is through. That one's going to help. And that ball finally picked up by the fielder. This one's going to be back-to-back stand-up triples. It is Theo Cleland.
RBI triple for Cleveland. Brings up the left fielder.
Caden Cusance up next. He's going to try and keep this momentum rolling.
One more hit.
That one a little dribbler. That one a little bit of trouble for the first baseman, but he's able to keep it.
Brings up second baseman, 21, Griffin. Wait.
Griffin Allen up next.
I think the pitcher. I think the pitcher.
Pitcher.
I think so.
Yeah.
As it stands now, 9-4 for the Regina Expos, and Allen's gonna wear that one. Taking his base, runners now on the corners. We're back to the top of the order now. Cohen Murray.
What about? You know, like mine is all and
Murray so far today, 2 for 2. Cashing in on a run.
Yeah, usually. All bunt defense.
Runner is out at first. That one is going to do it for this half inning.
From the inning. Cross. Run. On 3 hits, there were no errors, 1 left on.
You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. Now, without further ado, let's go chat with Cohen. So we are here in the dugout today with Cohen Murray. So, Cohen, first question that I have for you, where are you originally from?
I'm from here, Yorkton, Saskatchewan.
Born and bred, Crust City boy, hey?
Yep.
Second question, an easy one. What do you enjoy most about playing with the Expos?
I just enjoy like the team aspect and being around the guys, having fun with them 4 times a week, 5 times a week, and it's just fun to hang out with them.
What player, in your opinion, do you model your game after?
Luis Arias.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of a lot of big contact hitter, not a lot of power, not a lot of home runs, but he places the ball all over the field, and that's what I try to do when I'm out to bat.
You want to know how old I am? I would say Alex Rihos. Do you remember Alex
Yeah, I do,
Rihos?
I do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I know my players.
Yeah. So, what are your plans after you graduate?
I plan to go to university, try to go play some baseball in college, and just kind of see where it takes me. Just anywhere past there.
What is your walk-up song this year, and why did you pick it?
It's Take Me Out, and I just picked it because it's kind of like, it's not like rap or anything, it kind of just switch it up, and it's like a good vibe.
I was actually excited to talk to you about that because I like Franz Ferdinand,
Yeah.
and when I heard that for the first time, I'm like, oh, he's got some cool parents. But better question for you, who has the best walk-up song on the team?
I'd have to say Caleb Yount's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is pretty nice.
Yeah,
Nice and
perfect.
catchy.
Who do you think is the funniest person on the team?
I'd say Maddox Andres.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, he's an odd guy, you know. He's just, you never know what's going to happen with him, so it's just funny.
Do you have a hidden talent?
I'm pretty good at opening the door for hockey. Played a lot of the years on goalie as a backup goalie, so, you know, I can open that door pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Dedication.
Yeah.
What social media are you on the most, and who's most addicted to social media on the team?
I'd say I'm on Instagram the most, you know, watching those reels, just scrolling for a couple hours a day. And most addicted, I'd have to say Deacon Krieger.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't really do much besides that, so that's all he's got going.
That's perfect because he picked you. Who on the team is the most worried about their appearance when they get to the field?
When I get to the field, I'd have to say Deacon again.
Yeah.
You know, he's always just trying to make himself look good for the people watching, but no one comes and watches him, so it's okay.
He described someone as a well-kept guy on the last question, on that exact question. So,
Really?
yeah, you're gonna have to see that interview to know who he picked. Who or what got you into baseball?
I'd have to say my dad
Yeah.
and my grandpa.
Perfect.
They've just been around the game a long time in Estevan, and just playing from a young age at like 4 years old, so yeah.
My final question for you: what is your goal for the season?
The goal for the season is to make provincials this year. After last year, everyone kind of doubted us, and no one thinks we can do it this year. We got ranked like 14th to start the year.
Yeah.
And just to make provincials to kind of like show them that we're not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna keep that 14 in the back of your head. I
Yeah.
can already tell.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you.
All right. And we are back to the game. Hope you guys enjoyed our sit down with Cohen. We will have both of the sit downs up on social media within the next 24 hours here. Right now, though, the focus is on this ball game. That one gets down. That'll be the second hit of the inning for the White Sox. First batter went down for an out, followed by a pair of singles. Top of the fourth now, one gone. At the end of this inning, we will check in and see what community sponsors we'll highlight this time around. That, and we'll also check in a few words from our sponsors. That one swung on, hit back to the mound. Bill O'Crelly to second, over to first. There it is. Middle of the fourth.
Electricity grounds into a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. Top of the fourth, White Sox score no runs, one hit, for 2 hits, no errors, one left on. Up your 3.5. Regina White Sox 9, Parkland Expos 4. Yeah, 1-6-3. So picture the shorts to the fruits.
You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. It's all that at the Flats, 275 Broadway Street East, Yorkton, 306-682-8822. I'm Brady Lang, and you are watching the Parkland Valley Sports Network.
How far from the town with the city?
I don't actually.
Right on cue, it's Cohen Murray back up to bat. Nine to four right now. None gone. Murray right now is at 2-2 in his count. Again, none gone. And there's the pitch. That one's low. Count is full now. That one swung on and missed, down on strikes.
Brings up right fielder, number 79, Calum Yont.
Yount up next. One gone in the bottom of the fourth. One in there for a first pitch strike. That one, a second pitch strike, fooling Yount down there. Nine to 4 here at Jubilee Park, bottom of the fourth inning. One gone. A long night of baseball. An hour and 50 minutes into game 2 here. We started at 6 o'clock today. That one's in for a base hit. And the Expos, with one out, have one aboard.
First baseman, number 62, Jackson Bradford.
Jackson Bradford up next. Bradford into the box. Swung on. That one is a good hit, but could be two. There it is.
Bradford grounds 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. In the bottom of the fourth, Expos scored no runs, one hit, no errors, no one left on. After 4, Regina White Sox 9, Parkland Expos 4.
All right, now it's time to say a thank you to our community sponsors. The first one today, Yorkton Stories, a podcast about interesting people and events in Yorkton from then and now. Go to yorktonstories.ca for all podcasts, plus photos and more information about each podcast topic. We can also be found on all podcast directories. Just search for Yorkton Stories. And by Beelang Media. Beelang Media is Yorkton and area's local option for big city content creation and videography. Let's start creating today. Email us at belangmedia@outlook.com. You can also call or text 306 541 9833 for more. To sponsor our broadcast, it may not be as pricey as you may think. Our prices start annually at $100 per year, less than $5 a game. If you want to get more eyes on your business, upcoming event, or organization, send us an email at brady@pvsn.ca. All right, we are back for the top of the fifth inning. Today, our fifth inning sponsor brought to you by Beelang Media. That one is high and outside. 2-0 is the count. That one in there for a strike. Top 5, none gone. That one just a little bit outside. That one is going to be bobbled by the shortstop.
Holmes with that infield single.
And the
Beat John.
White Sox have one aboard. All right, top 5, still none gone. 9-4 for the White Sox. First pitch upcoming to this batter. That one just called a strike. Fooled me on that one.
It lasted about an hour and 20 minutes.
Hmm.
I could play 3 of those games.
Runner on first. That one taken for the second ball of the at-bat. 2-1. Inside for the third ball. 3-1. Bill O'Crelly still on the bump. He's the second pitcher for the Expos in this one. Wandy starting things off. Bill O'Crelly coming in relief. Third of the way through the second inning. And that one is outside, ball 4.
Now batting at the right fielder, number 13, Maddox Herman.
Runners on first and second. One will go outside. 2-0 for Bill O'Crelly now. Swung on and hit. That'll be a base hit. 1 run will score. 10-4 now for the White Sox.
Each number 42, Cole Bagelot.
That one swung on. Ball put into play. And the Expos have a man in a rundown. There we go.
Which number got tagged out there?
13, I think. Only or not.
No.
We now have 1 gone.
Laidlaw with the single, now batting third baseman number 31, Jack Catherine.
So we have 1 gone. Regina scoring a run. 2 runs. Pitch. That one almost gets away. Cleveland throws it back to second, unable to get it there in time. All right, 11-4, a 7-run lead now. Regina restoring that lead they had earlier in the game.
14, sorry. Sausage on the third.
Bill O'Crelly goes back to second. Runner is safe. We have hit the 2-hour mark for this second game. Thank you again for tuning in with us on the Parkland Valley Sports Network. And that one just a little bit outside. And that one rolls foul. Neither Sawchuk or Bill O'Crelly pushed that ball once it got foul. Kind of looked like Bill O'Crelly remembered just a little bit too late, but no harm done. This 5th inning brought to you by B Lang Media. Give me a call if you have any work you need done. 306-541-9833. One nearly getting away from Cleveland.
Oh, come on.
That one a walk. It's 11-4. Bill O'Crelly on the mound. The pitch. That one's outside. Runners right now on second and on first base. 7-run lead for
Well, the
Regina.
sprinklers turned on.
And we have some issues here on the field. The sprinklers are on.
So how do you deal with that?
Quite the night here in Yorkton. It's like we're in a little bit of a delay.
Um,
We will pause here for a second as they get the sprinkler situation figured out. You are watching Parkland Expos Baseball on Parkland Valley Sports Network.
I
All right. So we have a decision here at Jubilee. Due to the sprinkler malfunctions, the game has been suspended. The remainder of the game will be played at a later date, whether that be, uh, following a game that was already previously scheduled, that sort of thing. But right now, this game is technically suspended at 11-4 in the top of the fifth with one gone. As you can see down there below me, the players are shaking hands, finishing things off. Before we get going on this one, we will have a few things to chat about here on the PVSN. Thank you to everyone for keeping up with us throughout these two games. Definitely not the way we all expected this one to finish off, but it's the sprinklers. Now, a word from our sponsors. All right, so we will keep that score bug up there just so you guys can see this game has been suspended, so we won't be playing any more baseball tonight. It is 11-12. This one suspended in the top of the fifth inning. The White Sox leading by a score of 11-4. You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball, of course, brought to you by the Flats Eatery and Drink. It's all about that at the Flats, 275 Broadway Street, East Yorkton, 306-782-8822. Thank you again for watching the PVSN. This one was a long one. We started broadcasting at 6 o'clock earlier this evening. It is now 11-12. We got through one game and then another game suspended. Of course, as you can see there in the background, the sprinklers are making their way around the outfield. Kind of a weird night here in Yorkton, but a good night. It was fun. Thank you all for tuning in. Now, without further ado, I was going to tell you guys something next inning, but we'll chat about it right now. Our next broadcast will be Southeast Senior Baseball League action. We're going to kick things off in Saltcoats on June 6th. I really hope that you all come out and are able to watch some of that action. We'll be back with more Parkland Expos action the day after that, a doubleheader on June 7th. Thank you all for watching the PVSN tonight. It's been fun. We'll see you guys on the other side and see you all in June. My name is Brady Lang, and thank you for watching